All right, so how's, I think it's been like
2 weeks.
Oh, 2, okay.
Yeah. She's doing pretty good. You know, she has her days. Okay. But in general, she's doing pretty good.
Is it like just like the initial like first bark and then?
She's still really bad with like other dogs. Like, cause like sometimes the way that like, you know, people like the street where we are, there's nowhere to go because it's like really tight with cars and you don't want to like go into the street, so you have to like pass them. She's not a fan of that. We were laughing the other day. We actually found the ball. I actually had to get up to like 105 with her when I had like the ball with me when we were going to the park because she knows like she's going to play ball, and she would get ahead of me and like we would turn around, but it's like once we hit like that threshold of where the park actually was is when she like, that's like the first time she's actually like pulled in a really long time. So it took about 105 for her to like stop pulling me, which was just funny because the only other time it's been that high is when all three of us were out the last time we were doing training. So I was like, oh man, she likes the ball more than she likes us. But other than that, yeah, she's doing pretty good. She's doing really good with place. Okay. She only gets up every once in a while, and sometimes I don't even have like something. I just like, if I'm in the kitchen and she's just doing too much, I'll just like say like place like right next to me, and she'll just stay. Okay. So that's worked out really well.
How's she got spayed, right?
She did not.
She didn't. Okay.
So we were going to, but then it was like the vet that was trying to charge us like $800 just for like the procedure in the anesthesia itself, like not including all the other medicine and stuff. I was like, that's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
It's just like one of the private vets, like down, it's like literally right across the street from us. But I was like, I can't, no. So I've got her signed up for a couple weeks from now for like Paws, I think, Chicago. It's like 200.
I thought like shelters or like.
Yeah, I was like,
free or like even like cheaper than 900.
Yeah, like so if you live with certain zip codes, I think it's free. But then like other than that, it's like 200. I was like, I can pay, you know, $600 less. I'm doing that. So. Okay. You ready?
So, when she does have her moments of reactivity, is it with dogs or people?
Mostly dogs. If people, it's normally just like within our building, and I think it's just like she feels like the whole building is hers, probably. But no, she don't really bark at people when we're outside. It's normally like just inside the building, and then dogs, obviously, it's both. So.
This is This is class 4? Or
yeah, 4.
Okay. Yeah, 2 classes left. This class I would like to teach you recall.
Okay.
Now your last 2 classes, we can do one in the home, and I can see what's going on if you want to cover that.
Okay.
And then the last class, typically for like the last classes for our clients, we like to recommend them like save it, so we don't have to have it on that set date.
Gotcha.
But you can just have it because we'll do an exercise as well. I'll bring a dog out, and then because before it was, I think we did. Did I bring a dog out with you?
Yeah, you did.
It was Obi. I think it was Obi.
Yeah.
A black dog. He's super chill. So I'm gonna bring out another dog, and I can make her like flip the switch.
Okay.
And make her reactive.
Yeah.
And see how she takes that and create energy. And then we'll do recall.
Get your cereal.
And then your next class we can do in the home, and maybe we can do like a little walk around the neighborhood, see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then again, like that last class could be something we save for later when you're like maybe, you know, we let you practice with the knowledge you have, and like, hey, Enrique, she's still barking at dogs.
Right.
And then you can go ahead and dive into that with that last class. Or maybe it's like she's not barking at dogs, but she got attacked by a dog last week, and now she is all over the place. All right, let's do something.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
All
right.
So that's what we recommend. You don't have to do that, but just to kind of space things out and, you know, give you the best.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
What else?
Has she gotten bigger?
Yeah, her face, like.
Yeah, we've even noticed it. We're like, goodness.
She's matured.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, look at that. I was looking at German Shepherd breeders. The bicolor one is something I really like.
Yeah.
Bicolor, all like the working line colors I love.
Yeah, exactly.
But you said your place is good and everything?
Yeah. Like she'll get up every once in a while, but as soon as you hit it, she'll go right back. So, and it's mostly if it's like, if I'm completely out of sight, she'll just I think it's just more like curiosity, like, where'd you go?
Oh.
But not like running and like starting to go like crazy. Yeah. She just kind of like, what you doing? And then as soon as you hit it, she goes right back, so.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hawaii.
Go ahead and you'll bring her just like to the middle of the floor.
Okay. I know. You.
And we're gonna go ahead and you'll give her leash.
Okay.
We're not gonna put her in a sit. If she gets up, all we're gonna do is just the remotes. Don't worry about pulling up or anything like that.
Okay.
I just want to see what she'll do when she's kind of like roaming around free, but she'll still like tap for all the barking and everything. And if she wants to lay down, it's fine too.
Okay. Can I have this? Thanks. What? As long as you don't spill your cereal, yeah. No.
That's fine, wait. Tap. Wait. That's fine. This is Lola. She's very high energy. So I just want to see if we lift the energy, how she'll take it. And without any words or pressure, leash pressure, we were able to settle her with just the e-collar, which is good.
It's only on 45 too, so. We need to get one of those for her.
Out.
Get smacked in the face.
She's doing good though. Out. So the reason why I learned this from Jesse, if we don't put her in a sit or any command, is just because one day you're probably gonna have her out. Okay. Down. Because one day you're gonna like, maybe she's gonna be not in the command, or maybe she's gonna be off leash one time. Just learning or teaching her that you have all this room now. Don't react. Because she might not react because we're putting her in a sit and we're giving space. But again, like you said, it's those awkward sidewalks or whatever I think you said.
Yeah, where there's pretty much like nowhere to go, and you like just have to pass that dog like in close vicinity. Yeah.
So here, give a tap. Great. So we're just kind of going over that scenario. We're going to do recall, and we're going to be using a long leash. And we'll repeat this again with the long leash to see what she'll do if she has like more than just a regular like 6 foot or whatever.
Okay.
But she did good. Tap. Good job. Tap. Good.
So like in this instance, like how do you know when to tap?
When it's too long. So there.
Like
that's
like
fine.
her staring is too long? Okay.
So this is all fine. Now tap. There you go.
Like basically like when she doesn't disengage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we, before, when she's barking and we're tapping for every single bark, it's going to get worse and louder. Because it's going to become more frustrating for her.
Gotcha.
That's fine. Good. Out. There we go. Saw that? Good. So go ahead, and we're gonna keep that the short leash on,
Okay.
and then you only have the prong, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you. Go ahead and clip that orange leash. You can take the black leash off and clip the orange leash to the D ring.
Ah. All right. All right. All right.
What? She's reactive. Yeah.
You're all right. Here, take this.
Okay.
And then, because we're gonna need 2 leashes, I'll just give you this one.
Okay.
There you go. But yeah, 45 is good.
That's nothing compared to the way we have to get her sometimes, right?
It could also be different here. Oh, and then for your slip leash, put it as high as you can, and then there's a little like a lock on it. You want to slide that down.
Where's? Oh, right here. Okay.
So let's go ahead and we'll bring her to about like in the center of this little square here on the line going this way.
Okay. Like right here.
Good. And then go ahead and hold the end of that long leash. And yeah, and you can go ahead and drop that purple leash. There you go. Good. So for recall, the reason why we have 2 leashes is one. Well, the obvious reason is it's a 2-person exercise. But the reasons for those tools is the short leash is to force separation, because as you keep repeating this exercise, Luna's not gonna want to leave you because she's gonna be thinking you're gonna call me anyways.
Right.
Right. So she's gonna try to stick with you. So the short leash is to force the separation between you and her. A long leash is to make it realistic with the 30 feet, and it's also to make the command happen. So if we were just doing both short leashes and we wanted to start increasing distance, there would be a moment with no one's holding a leash.
Right.
And at that moment, if she decides not to come to you, there's no way to make it happen.
Right.
So as long as she's just there to make the command happen. So you'll be doing the recall, so you'll have the remote and the long leash, and I'll just have the short leash.
Okay.
When we're handling the long leash, which hand do you have the remote in?
This hand.
Right hand. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have the end of the loop and your right hand as well.
Okay.
And then, so with this setup, all I need is my pointer finger to press it and my thumb to increase it and decrease the dial.
Okay.
And it gives me 3 fingers available, or whatever feels more comfortable in this part.
Mm-hmm.
But then your left hand is holding the rest of the leash like this. Correct. The right hand, because what we're going to be doing is reeling in our leash, because here, I'm not too worried about it, or maybe because we have Harley, that Great Dane over there, is that the reason why we want to reel in our leash is to eliminate her having 30 more feet to pass you by. Does that make sense? As she's coming to you. So here, you use your right hand to pull like this, as she's coming. This is a messy command.
No, all good. Prime it up. Do you want me to detangle it, or are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Are you secretly timing me to see how fast I can do this?
No. Luna is though.
Right. She's like, I want that peanut butter cereal.
What is it?
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Oh. Peanut butter Captain Crunch? I didn't know that existed.
Yes.
I thought it was a Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, that's a favorite in our household apparently. But between
One time a client, I had to cover a client for Jesse. He was out, and I just took over the session. Mm-hmm. And they were using treats. And then, like, it was a couple, and then the guy was on the chair. I just saw him go like, I was thinking, like, did you just eat a treat? And then he kept eating it, and I was like, are you eating are you eating dog treats? He's like, oh no, they're pretzels filled with peanut butter. I was like, I thought he was eating dog treats.
Right.
I was like, super stunned.
she likes it. I spilled it one day and she ate it didn't even chew, just like a vacuum. Yeah.
What was I saying? So
Yep.
just be using that right hand to reel it in. And then don't worry about holding it. You can just let it all hit the ground.
Okay.
Once you're done reeling it in, you don't want to do this because then you get rope burn. So you'll just do like the finger lock like this. So then if she if she comes here, she's good. You still want to do it because what if she's a squirrel and then she books it?
Right.
At least latch on here, so it's just gonna pull your arm like this, but you're not gonna get any rope burn or anything like that. Any questions about the leash handling? Okay.
Hi.
So go ahead and grab the purple leash. And bring it over here. We're gonna put this on the prong.
Oh, I thought you said put it on the black collar. Sorry.
I think I said what did I say? Oh, it does sound like black, prong black. There you go. Okay. And you're gonna stay right there.
Okay.
Good. So this is just shaping the behavior. We're not using any words. All we're going to start to teach her is that when you feel this, it means go to mom. Now, a possibility is she might go to your daughter. If that happens, we'll still make the command happen. There's no excuse there.
Okay.
So right now, the leash is slack. There's no tension. I'm going to tell you to start reeling in your leash, and then you're going to feel tension. You're not going to move or anything. You're just going to reel. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel tension. With the tension, you're going to pair that feeling with the remote.
Okay.
So you'll, we're at 45 still?
Yes.
Let's go down to, let's try 20 or 30.
30?
Yeah, 30. Just because we're teaching something new.
Right.
So we'll start low, and then we'll work our way up as needed. So I have a feeling she's not going to have an issue going yet. So it's just reeling it in. You feel tension. You start tapping.
Okay.
Right? I'll tell you how many, when to tap and everything. I'll coach
Okay.
you. But what we're doing is we're going to stop tapping as soon as Luna starts making her way to you. So tension and pressure turns off when she goes to you. She's already giving in to the leash tension, so she's turning that off. And she's also turning the e-collar pressure off because we already know she's coming to you, so the pressure stops.
Right.
Now, as soon as Luna starts moving towards you, pressure turns off. What you're also going to do is take 3 to 4 steps backwards to draw her in.
Okay.
So the moving backwards is something you'll do for permanently for all your recalls. The moving backwards is a visual. So if you're at like a dog park or like a loud environment and she can't hear you, she'll see you moving backwards, so she'll know what to do as a result of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
The moving backwards is also, again, just to attract them, give them something to go to. What else? So again, tension, tapping, 3 to 4 steps backwards, reeling in your leash. Oh, after those 3 to 4 steps, you'll just hold your position and we're gonna see what she does.
Okay.
If she stops in the middle, you'll move back again, tap, tap, tap to make her move.
Okay.
Maybe Luna passes you. So she's coming and then she kind of just goes by. What you'll do is you'll just do a 180 facing Luna, move back, tap, tap, tap to make her come back. How it's supposed to finish is that she's supposed to land a foot or 2 in your vicinity in a sitting position.
Okay.
So if she's like here, this is too far.
Okay.
So if this happens, you would just stay put and I'll coach through that, but you don't want to close the gap like this.
Okay.
You want her to finish it.
Right.
She should be here. I don't care if she's in the left side, the front side, the right side, rear. I just need her in this circle sitting.
Gotcha.
Any questions? That's a lot of information.
Go over there.
So go ahead.
Keep play with your toys.
Go ahead and start reeling in your leash. And then keep going, and then tap, tap, tap. Good. Move back. Hold right there. And good girl.
Good girl. Yeah. Ouch.
Yep,
Jeez.
tap for the jumping. Good. Good job.
You girl.
What was that, 35, right? Or 30?
30.
Good, tap, good. We'll try 20.
Okay.
Does she like treats?
Yeah.
Does she have any allergies?
No. What? What? You have to hurry up. What?
What are you doing?
We're training her. Please go sit down and just watch. Luna, Luna, come. Sit.
She likes cheese. Does she like cheese?
Oh, she loves cheese, yeah. It's like a contest between both of them on who gets more cheese.
Oh yeah, look at her face.
You like cheese? You like cheese?
And we'll just give her one at the end when she finishes it.
Okay.
There you go. You can try and see if that will clip on the side. Good. And then we're at what number now? 20?
21, but yeah.
So go ahead and you can grab the purple leash. And then don't give tension. But then, good. And then give a tap here. And then, good girl, good. And then from here, once she finishes it, we'll say, was it okay?
Free.
Free.
Yep.
You'll say free, and then you'll give her to me, and we'll repeat this. We're gonna do this 4 more times.
Okay.
So now you're ready?
Give her the treat or just say free?
We'll start the treats in the next round.
Okay.
You'll say free.
Free.
And then you'll give her the treats once she does the sit and everything.
Okay.
And then you can move a little in just so you have more room to move backwards. There you go. Good. So same thing. Slowly start to reel in your leash. And then tap, tap, good. Keep going, move back. Good. Hold right there. And then feed.
Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl.
More. And then free.
Free. So she got cheese.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Slowly start reeling in your leash. Good. And then tap, tap. Good. Move back, move back. Good. Hold right there. And then good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Free. Unless you give me cheese, I'm not coming. At least she's loyal.
Good. Start reeling in your leash. Good. And then tap. Good. Move back, good. Hold right there.
Good girl. Yeah, good girl.
And then free.
Free.
One more. Wait 1 sec. Good. Start reeling in your leash. And then tap. Good.
I didn't even have to tap. She just started coming. Good girl. Ow.
Any questions about that?
No.
So again, we're just shaping the behavior. At first, she was a little hesitant.
Yeah.
When she got away from me, she's like, "What do I do now?"
Right.
And we just finished it. So now she's moving. Before she was laying down, just because she's a little stressed.
Yeah.
This is something new. Every time we teach something new, it tends to be stressful for dogs. But
Right.
now she's going to you and she's sitting, and then cheese. So we're, the cheese is just to balance everything out. Since we've been doing a lot of discipline with it, this can be a little fun thing for her, of like going to mom, get the cheese, and it's just more balancing of the positive.
Yeah.
Once she's also still pretty young, so it's just to help the process of it.
Right.
So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to kind of advance it.
Okay.
Everything's going to remain the same, except we're not going to give tension at first. The leash will be slack, and we're going to tap first.
Okay.
Kind of like place, we want to tap to make sure that she's responding to the e-collar,
Right.
not the leash.
Right.
But the leash will still be, you'll still do everything the same, the reeling it in.
And then if she doesn't come, do you start pulling on the tension?
Yes.
Okay.
What else?
Hi.
Other than that, you're doing a good job, she's doing good.
Okay. Free. You just made yourself at home, huh? I could have sworn she had her shoes off for a second.
Good. Now I'm going to leave the leash like this. So here she's kind of like waiting for it. So I'm going to let her settle first. And then you're going to give it a tap. tap, move back, tap. Good. Hold right there. And good girl.
Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl.
We're gonna do 4 more.
Free.
Good. Good. And then tap, 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 tap. Good. Oh, nice.
Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Good. Free.
Good. Wait a moment. Wait. Yeah.
Cheater.
And then tap, tap, tap. Good. Move back.
Good girl.
Good.
Ouch. Good girl. Free. What? I know that. Thank you.
Good. Whenever you're ready, just say tap so I know when to drop the leash.
Okay. Tap.
Good.
Yeah, good girl. You go. Good girl.
We're gonna do 2 more.
Free.
But you see how it's just one tap and she's going?
Yeah.
Here and there she's trying to go, but that's why it's important to let herself first, because that's good she's trying to go. She's understanding the concept, she's trying to beat us to the punch, but I want to make sure that she's actually going to you because of your cue.
Right.
Because when she wants to.
Right.
Good. And then free.
Free.
Good. Wait a moment. Whenever you're ready.
Tap.
Good.
Good girl. Good girl.
1 more.
Free.
Good. Whenever you're ready.
Tap.
Are you ready? There you go. Good job.
Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah. Good
Good.
girl.
Any questions?
No.
Good. So now we're gonna go ahead and start using. So here, give it a tap. Good. And then feed again. Good. So now we're gonna start using the word Luna come. Is there a specific, or do you want to use Luna here or Luna, or what do you want to use?
Probably come.
Come. Just come.
Probably Luna come, yeah.
So now what we're going to do is Luna come, but after you say Luna come, even if she's already coming to you, you want to tap.
Okay.
So it's going to be Luna come tap, Luna come tap. When we do Luna come tap, if she's not coming to you, you'll continue to tap it, you don't repeat.
Okay.
The reason why we do Luna come tap is if she's off leash somewhere, or if she's off leash somewhere, like smelling flowers or doing her thing, and then you go Luna come. Well, let's say in this exercise we didn't do Luna come tap. It was Luna come, and she came every single time, and she's always come. Luna come. She's always completed the command. But then one day, if you're in that scenario, I was explaining like smelling something, she's distracted, and you say Luna come, but then she doesn't come to you. So So like you're thinking, okay, well we have to tap because she's not responding, so I need to tap. But maybe as soon as you tap, she has already made the decision to come. So she's smelling, she heard it, tap. So sometimes if we haven't worked a dog through that moment of when they're complying and then they get tapped, the dog will sometimes either shut down and lay down, or they think they're going the wrong way and they'll turn and run the other way.
Gotcha.
So when we're doing Luna come tap here, if we see any confusion, we can clarify it here in this controlled setting without any risk of her running the other way.
Right.
If we do see her run the other way, now we know this is something we need to work through. This isn't forever. Luna come tap. Luna come tap is until you know that she'll finish the command and she'll come to you no matter when you tap and no matter what the distraction is. So it depends on like how often you're practicing and kind of on Luna and what environments you're practicing. So if like, you know, for our border trains, if we're only practicing our training in this area,
right,
but we've never practiced in like Home Depot or like on an actual walk, that's good, the dog is good here, but the training is not worth anything if it can't function outside.
Right.
So same thing here, if she's good in like a little empty open field, that's great, but what about when you're at Oz Park?
Right.
In that setting, is she still going to respond?
Right.
So that's where it kind of depends on like the progression of when you can stop Luna come tap, but it's mostly when she's just finishing the command no matter what, or
right,
when you tap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this setup we have here is like unrealistic because no one calls a dog from like a stationary position.
Right.
People usually call their dogs when they're running away or when they're chasing something, so in some sort of movement. That's when they need recall.
Right.
So you can do this setup if you want, just to practice. But if it's just you or your husband, long leash, dogs roaming around, you don't need a short leash in this setting then. And it's the same thing. Luna come tap, and then you make the command happen. Does she like squirrels?
She likes squirrels and birds, but her most distracting thing is if a ball goes by.
Ball, okay.
Yeah.
We won't talk about the balls and recall because that can get more nuanced. Because then you can end up killing the drive if it's too high up there.
Yeah.
But let's say a squirrel, like she's roaming and everything, and the squirrel runs right by her. Mm-hmm. Sometimes dogs are when they see that moment happening, they just impulsively go for it. So you can let her chase the squirrel. Maybe the squirrel goes up a tree and then she's like barking at the tree. Let her get disengaged because the more disengaged she is from you, and then you do the recall, the better the recall will be. Right. You can recall when she sees the squirrel, when she's chasing the squirrel, like in mid-chase, drive recall. Your number's definitely going to be higher though, just a heads up on that. Just because she's in mid-chase, she's in prey mode. Here, give a tap. 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 And then, wait. Good. Just to fix the sit. So it'll, 30-foot long leash, she's doing her thing, do the same thing, recall. What else? When you're practicing, you don't want to drill it out. So let's say you have a specific spot you like to practice in. You don't want to do like 8 recalls, the next time you go there, 8 recalls, the next time you go there, 8. Because what can happen is that Luna can start to be too paranoid about going out in the area.
Gotcha.
She's going to be thinking, you're going to call me anyways, why am I going to go run around?
Right.
So you'll want to be very spontaneous with it. Maybe do 3. The next time you go, don't do any recalls, just let her free roam, and you kind of reel her in and then heel, and then you go home. The next day, do one at the beginning, do one at the end. She comes to you, heel, and then you go home. Mm-hmm. And then the next time you can do 3, and next time 0. Like, just always mix it up for her.
Okay.
Just so it's that balance. Any questions about that?
No.
The long leash is going to be needed for a while.
Okay.
Because this is like the proofing stage.
Right.
So owners like to they learn recall and like to try it without the long leash. See how the dog does like in the backyard or something. Even if it's in the backyard, you still want the long leash because it's still new to them and it hasn't been practiced enough. So Jesse had one client where they did that. They went home, took the leash off, tried doing it, and the dog wasn't coming. The dog actually ran away and like went against the fence, or like either the fence or the dog went to the door and was trying to get away from the pressure because he didn't know what was going on. So then the owner just kept going up, and the dog was like, bah, bah, bah.
Right.
And then the dog finally came because of how high the pressure was, because the dog couldn't stay there and just take the hit. So the dog ended up running to the owner. It's technically the correct way to do it, but you don't need to do all that if you just have the long leash on, just to make it easier. So again, it's the same thing as the Luna Come Tap. Once you find yourself not needing that leash anymore, then after this would be like, maybe don't hold on to it. Maybe let it drag so she gets used to the picture of you not holding anything in your hands.
Right.
So she's getting used to that off-leash life. Then after that, maybe go in an enclosed area without the leash, like you're like in a yard or something, like a tennis court, and then practice that way. And just making sure that she's always coming to you in like a dog park area or like some sort of enclosed area without the leash. And then you can start to build off to like Oz Park, no leash type stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So we're just kind of giving her a break here, but we'll go ahead and start doing the Luna Come Tap, and it's just going to be everything remains the same. We're just adding the phrase now.
Okay.
When you're practicing with a partner, when I'm holding a leash, I would let go when I hear Luna come, because I know that's the cue.
Right.
If she tries going, I'm still holding on because she hasn't heard the cue yet, so I'm waiting for her to settle down. I don't need her to sit, lay down.
Right.
I just need her to not move.
Right.
So free.
Free.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Luna, come.
Good.
Yes. Good girl. Oh, you got a whole bunch of cheese. No, you cheater. Nope.
Good.
Free.
Four more. All right, you ready?
Luna, come. Good girl. Good girl. Free.
Wait. Go for it.
Okay. Luna, come. Yes, go girl. Ow. Go girl. Free.
3 more. Right. Go for it.
Luna, come. Yes, go girl. Go girl. Free.
2 more.
You only got 2 pieces of cheese.
2 pieces left?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
She cheated and took like 3 one time. What? What? Okay, can you hold it for another minute, please? No, you will. Go sit.
Go for it.
Okay. Luna, come. Yes. Go girl. Good girl. Free.
One more. There goes the tail wag. Is she social?
With people or dogs?
Dogs.
Off leash.
Off leash.
It's on leash is like the problem.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Luna, come.
Yeah.
Yes. Go girl. Go girl.
Any questions about that?
No.
One thing was just remember to reel in your leash.
Okay.
Other than that, exposing her to new places, like I said, just so that she knows that it's not only here in the facility, and that it's at other parks, and that this command is just a command. It's not a command here at the facility with Enrique.
Right.
Trying to think if I missed anything. So you have your homework of how to practice recall, and recall takes a while. I don't expect you to practice because like weather,
right,
scheduling, all these other things play into because it requires you to go somewhere. It's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
So recall is the longest command that it takes, but all that matters is how you're teaching her. So this is we're doing off leash training technically because there hasn't been any moments where you needed a leash besides like that first exercise.
Yeah.
But every single time it's been Luna come, and then or the tapping has made her go to you.
Right.
So this is technically again for off leash. It's just kind of building to when you want her to get off leash. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other than that, if you want, if it's up to you how you want to use your next class. We can do that at home if you want, or we can meet at your home and we do a walk around there, see where her reactivity's at.
Okay.
Because I know you moved to the facility. You have the stationary commands. So what I'm here tap. Tap, 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 tap. Wait. Good. So I'm not tapping for. I think she's doing your daughter. I'm
yeah.
For
she's swinging her the giraffe.
She's supposed to be sitting for this command. What was I about to say? So what do you think you want to do for your next class?
I'm thinking probably like the like in-home, like come to the home, because that's where we're having like the most issues. Okay. I don't know if she just feels like that whole area is her kingdom or something, but that's where we're having the most issues.
Got it. Yeah, the Australian Shepherd. Wait, no, that's not him. Oh, they're both the same color. There's no one. His name's Gunner. He's next to him. Mm-hmm. Every time they take him potty, he would always start barking at the neighbors. Mm-hmm. And then once they get out of that like area, the dog is fine.
Yeah.
Activity. So we'll make that an in-home next class. So we'll see what is it? What Tina will give you and everything for calendar-wise, because it might change.
Yeah.
So we'll do in-home, and then we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if you want to save that last class or if you want to use it again.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Go ahead and grab like not the purple leash, but take the orange leash. Good. And then give her a leash, and I'll tell you when to stop. You can let go of the end on your right. Good. And then give her more orange. Keep going. Right about there. And just say, okay.
Okay.
Good. And you can move her around. And I'll bring Lola back and we'll kind of repeat that.
Like, why is she looking at me like that? Come on. Ooh, goodness. All right. Why you tackle the baby? What are you doing? Come here. I don't know. We're almost done, and then you can go potty. Okay? He's doing one more thing. Luna, leave it. You go sit over there for a second, please. Don't fall. Put your stuff back in your backpack because we're almost done.
That's fine. That's fine. Now, what you're gonna do here? Now tap, pull it to you. Tap, tap. Good. And then shorten more. More. Out. That was better. But here, she tried to flee. So then that's where we would tap to kind of make her like submit to it, kind of like what we do for like when the dogs are coming by, we have you move to the side, you wait, and she's supposed to, we pull up to sit to relax her, but then we keep her here so that she sees everything happen and she's supposed to accept it. So then she wanted to run away for safety, but then the e-collar and the leash is making her, nope, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna deal with this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Now give a tap. Tap. What's this number? 25, right?
21.
We'll jump to 40. And then tap. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I haven't heard any boofing for like a while now. There's one. Give it a tap. Good. Out. Yes. Good. Out. Good. Any questions?
No.
Trying to think. So 105 was needed for the park, right?
When I had the ball with me, yeah. If we don't have the ball, she's not as bad, but she's just so ball driven that it's like tunnel vision.
Yeah. And then for the dogs, what was like the scenario? Well, like what was the last time that happened?
It happens almost like on a daily basis. Because like a lot of times it's like you can't just like jut off to the side real quick because there's like cars and you don't want to go in the middle of the street with other cars going by. And like I'll try and like pull up and like tap and have her sit and everything, but she just like pulling back and like barking. But then it's like it's almost not enough time for her to settle, if that makes sense, because like they walk by and then it's like it's over. But it's just like controlling her in the midst of like when they're coming up and passing. Like she just doesn't settle.
How high have you gone there?
I mean, I've had it on like 90, and like you can like hear her yelping, like, you know, from the frustration or whatever. But it's like I said, but by the time I'm still trying to get her to settle, like the whole situation's over. So I don't know.
And this is she's trying to get away. She's trying to back up.
So it depends. Like sometimes like she's like lunges at them, and sometimes it's like they're barking first, so then she's like pulling away. But like she'll make sure she's in front of me, but then like she'll kind of pull away and bark. And
then what do you start your walks on?
The average is like 25 or 30.
Okay.
So
this week. And then how often do you need how is her heel? Is she walking by your side, or do you need to turn sometimes?
I still have to turn sometimes, but she's pretty good about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you would say about average 90s where you have to go for dogs?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm not even looking, I'm like, well that, like I'll look down, I'm like that's, like I already know like 40 is not gonna work for her. So like I kind of just like hit it real quick and then I'm still trying to control her and then it's over. I know, I would say maybe, I wouldn't say 90 is like the average. I'd say maybe like 70 to 80 is probably about more average, but okay. Good job.
For this week, start, even though she's responding with like obedience-wise 25, 15-ish, start off with like 60 to 70.
Okay.
And every little thing will be that to see if we can cause enough concern to the point where she sees a dog, she already knows what's going to hit her.
Gotcha.
So today's Saturday. Sunday, try 50 to 60.
Okay.
Still same ordeal. Next Monday, or are you going to walk her today? Or
yeah.
Okay. So today, 50 to 60. Tomorrow, same thing, 60 to 70. She's so reactive, 70 to 80. And you keep increasing it by 15 or to 10 numbers. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see how that works. So like the progression of increasing.
Mm-hmm. So use that for like if I have to like tap and turn and everything. Okay.
You come outside. I would just give her a tap just to set the tone, heel, and then you start your walk.
Okay.
Any questions about that? So there's your homework. Recall when you can.
Yeah. We actually have I think a 20-foot leash, so yeah, that works.
But then this week, we'll start at 50 to 60, and then bump it 15 to 10 every day if she's still reactive for that day.